Hello everyone, Alyssa here. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time, I'm so glad you've joined me today. And I am going to answer another question that I get asked all the time. So this is going to be another one of those blind life hacks, so to speak. And today I'm going to show you all how I use my iPhone. So how I go on Facebook, how I go on YouTube, how I text, all of those things. I get that question more than I can even imagine. It's hard to show, so I'm going to take some time to do it for all of you today. So here's what I do. So this is an iPhone 5S, and it's a little bit beat up. I will admit, I have a little case on it that's breaking, and the screen protector I have to replace, so don't judge me, but it's a little beat up. And it's a 5S, I know, it's kind of old school phone, but it still works. So I'm going to push my home button. Oh, it just told me the time. Let's see, 4:10. So, if you do not know, iPhones, Apple, this whole company has made all of their products blind friendly. I am a huge fan of Apple. Every single iPhone, Mac computer, iPad, everything by Apple has something on it called Voiceover. It already comes there, you don't have to download it or anything. You just go into settings, you go into general, then hit accessibility, and then turn on Voiceover. That's the same with every Apple product. And basically what Voiceover does is it becomes a screen reader so that you can read and know what's on your screen. So I'm going to show you how this works. So I pushed home again, it's going to tell me the time, 4:10. Now, I am going to touch my screen, and it says unlock. So I found the unlock button, which is toward the bottom. Now, newer phones work a little bit differently, but like I said, this is a 5S. So I'm going to unlock, I'm going to double tap the unlock button. So how this works is when I push this button, normally if it was on normal mode, obviously, I would push it and my screen would just, I would push unlock and it would just do it. But for VoiceOver, it makes it so it says it, and then you touch it again and it opens up the window. So I just unlocked it by pushing that window twice. Now I'm in my messages, actually I'm on my home screen. So this is how this works. My home screen, I have phone, mail, Safari, music. So I've memorized where everything is on my screen. So I know that phone, mail, Safari, and music are the bottom four on the bottom row. So that's how I know. So if I want to open phone, I double tap it. Tap, tap. And it opens. Let me turn this up a little bit. Now it's at my recents. So if I wanted to, I could go to favorites, which I've memorized that at the bottom of my screen, bottom row is favorites, recents, contacts, voicemail. So I will select favorites by tapping twice, and then it'll show you who my favorite people are. Just kidding, I have a lot of favorite people, but at the top, of course, is my husband, Rich Love. And I have my mom, my dad, and my best friend. So if I wanted to call any of these people, I would just double tap on their name, okay? So now if I go to contacts, it shows all my contacts. Now you can't really see what I'm doing because it's hard to get the camera so you can see the screen. If you can, great. If not, you can just listen. So now you know how I live with this iPhone. So that's kind of how I work my phone. I just double tap on whatever name I want to call. If my phone rings, I can double tap on the answer button on the screen, or I can just take 2 fingers and double tap in the middle of the screen and that will answer my phone. So it's a little shortcut. So let's go back to the home screen. Now let's go to messages, my text messages, see if I have any unread. I do not, but what I can do is I can show you how I do this. So if I want to look for unreads, or if I just want to reread a text message, all of them come up. So I have, so that was from my voice student, and my phone does talk very fast, and some of you may not understand what it just said, and that's okay. When I first got VoiceOver, I didn't understand it either. It's something I've learned, and it's a lot easier now. If it talks too slow, it just drives me crazy. But my husband understands it, which is pretty cool. Not very many sighted people do. So if I scroll down my text messages, it's just all my friends. So if I want to respond to one of them, let's say my best friend Kayla. So I just found Kayla's text, my best friend, so I'm going to double tap it. So now it's in our conversation. So I could scroll, and how I scroll is I swipe my index finger either to the right or the left. Messages, kill. So it just kind of shows you what's on the screen. And if I wanted to scroll through our conversation, I would just go right on the screen or left on the screen, and it goes through our different conversations. And then on the bottom of the screen is the edit box, and I double tap that. Now I can type to her. So I'm gonna say, hi Kayla, and this is how I do it. So I can either dictate, which obviously there's a dictate button on everybody's screen, and you double tap that. For VoiceOver, it works how you double tap it, you say what you wanna say, then you double tap the screen to end it. But I'm gonna show you how I actually type, because dictating is the easy way out, and everybody does that. So let's type. So the keyboard works basically like any other keyboard on a computer. I've memorized home row ever since I was little, so it kind of works out in my favor because the iPhone keyboard is set up in the same way. So I know where the A is, S, D, F, and so on, all the way across. So I'm gonna go to the H, and now I can either double tap the H to select it, just like everything else, or my shortcut, what I do is I hit the H with my finger, I hold it there, capital H, and then I take another finger and just tap on the screen anywhere, and that selects it. So that's hi, and it tells me what I wrote when I push space. And then I want to capitalize Kayla's name, my best friend, so I'm going to go over to Shift, which I know is right below the A, just like on the keyboard. There it is. And I will just tap it with another finger on the screen while I'm holding it to select it, and then do the same thing. So I'll get the K, and sometimes I have to, search around a little bit, then I'll tap with my other finger, and then I'll tap with my other finger. So I'm holding each letter just in case you can't see, and I'm tapping it with another finger to select it. And then if I want an exclamation mark, because I love those when I'm writing, I would go to more, which is down at the very bottom, and I would select that. Whoops. Sometimes my finger wiggles. There we go. So I've selected more numbers by double tapping, and then I can find the exclamation mark. There it is. There we go. So now it says hi Kayla, and if I want to send, I just go to the send button, but I won't bother her. And I can just double tap that, and it sends. So that is how I text. Facebook works the same way, but I'll open it up. I memorized that Facebook is one to the left of YouTube, so I'll take my finger and swipe to the left. And this says I have one new item. I will double tap that to open that window. And let's see, it takes a little while to open. Okay, and then I can go to, again, I memorize how the screen is, and again, the bottom 4 rows are my options. So I have newsfeed, which I'm in, and then video, marketplace, which I don't know what that is, notifications, and more. So usually I go to notifications if it says I have one new, and then it shows me all my notifications. And I just swipe to the left to go to most recent until it says notifications, and I hear that boom sound to tell me that that's the end of the screen. And then if I want to go the other way, I just scroll. I just swipe my finger to the right of the screen. So that's kind of how that works. Facebook is very, very self-explanatory once you get it. Basically, if I want to, write a post, I just, go to the top where it says what's on your mind or status, and I double tap that, and then I type just like I'm sending a text. So that is basically how I use my phone. YouTube works the same way. I really do love scrolling through YouTube, so I'll demonstrate that to you really, really quick. YouTube, I always know, is at the far right of the screen, so I'll double tap that. And right now I've been looking at some voice auditions, because that's kind of fun to watch. So it shows what I'm doing. So I'll hit back button, go to the main menu, and then I'll just scroll. Just lots of videos that I usually watch, and I will, again, take my finger and my index finger and swipe to the right to scroll. And then I'll just basically, and those are all my subscription videos that I've subscribed to. So if I find one I like, I'll just double tap and watch the video. So that's just, again, a basic rundown of how I use it. If you have any more questions, because I could show you more and more, but it would just take all day. So please comment below. Again, if it's your first time, welcome, and I hope that you've learned something today. And a little shout out to Apple. Aren't they awesome? The blind people can use all their products, and the software is free. So I hope you've enjoyed today, and have a wonderful day. Bye!